Hello, welcome back to another hashtag Friday Sews from Sew Yourself a Capsule Wardrobe. My name's Deb and today I'll be looking at what I've made over the past 2 weeks because I didn't do a hashtag Friday Sews video last week, and what I'm going to look forward to making in the next couple of days. I'm also going to do a pattern review, so if that interests you, stay watching. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed to my channel since my last video. And of course, a huge thank you to Jen from Jen's Sewing Room for starting the hashtag Friday Sews hashtag. Okay, so what have I been making this week? Well, over the last 2 weeks really. If you may remember that I got the flu, or I had a seasonal flu a couple of weeks ago. I haven't been feeling very well this week. I've had to have some antibiotics from the doctor, but I've had to get back to making orders for my Etsy shop. So I haven't done much sewing for myself, but I have a few ideas of what I'm going to make in the next week. I have though made an item finished off an item which I had started on the last video that I recorded, and it was 2 weeks ago, and that's the Unwind Sweater from Pattern Emporium. As you can see, I finished it off. It's made in a lovely grey loop back sweatshirting fabric. The fabric was originally from Tiernite Fabrics, although I bought it a couple of years ago, so it probably won't be in stock on the website now. But yeah, I'll pop some photographs up of me wearing it to show you exactly what it looks like. But if you remember, I got the body all stitched together, hadn't got cuffs on, hadn't got the bottom band on, which are now on of course, and I was deliberating whether to sew the turtleneck or the hood, and I had enough fabric for the hood version, and I'm so glad I made that. It's such a lovely garment to wear. It's extremely comfortable. Something's just fallen on the floor there. It's extremely comfortable to wear. It fits really nicely. The hood is really nice as well. Sometimes hoods are a bit big and clunky, but that's a really lovely hood. And here comes my pattern review for the Unwind hoodie. Now, Pattern Emporium were a new pattern company to me this time last year, and I did think about buying their sachet shorts pattern when it was released. I didn't buy it. I think I made myself some different clots from another pattern company, but just before Christmas this year, I did splurge on several patterns and made several patterns up. And the Unwind Sweater was one of these patterns, and this is it. I do keep my patterns in these plastic slip files, I think they're called. I don't know what they're called, so I'll just take it out. I've got my pattern pieces in there, and I have my instructions on the computer, so I read them from there. But this is that kind of what I need and the line drawings. So this is the Unwind Sweater. I will pop a photo up somewhere at the top of the video as well. It's a PDF only pattern, so if you're a tissue pattern lover, then I'm afraid this isn't for you. But the PDF is extremely easy to put together, and the pattern tells you which tiles you'll need to make the version you need. Now, there are quite a few versions. In fact, there are 36 variations of this pattern altogether. There are 4 necklines, there are 3 lengths to the sweater, and there are 3 sleeve lengths. Excuse me, because I'm just looking down at my notes here. The necklines are a normal crew, a wide relaxed crew, there's a turtleneck, which I considered making on the grey sweater here, or the hood version. Now, like I said, I did the hood version, and I'm really pleased with it. There are 3 lengths. You can either have a cropped version, you can have a hip version, or a long version. And there are also cutting lines for regular sized height people and taller people. Now, I think I used, from memory, I used the regular hip length, and I didn't lengthen it and I didn't shorten it, and I did use the band on the bottom. I did shorten the sleeves by about 4 centimetres because I'm only 5'2" and my arm's quite short anyway, and that's a perfect length once the cuffs had gone on. What I can say about this pattern is that it's extremely easy to make up. I made mine mainly on the overlocker, but I did a little tiny bit of top stitching on the sewing machine. I'll show you where I did my top stitching actually on this. The hood is in 2 parts, and the pattern asks you to stitch the back seam, which can you see that? I don't know if you can. Back seam, quite difficult to see because it's pale grey, and I stitched that on the overlocker again, pressed it to one side, and then top stitched down. I don't know if you can see that. The front of the hood is first of all finished on the overlocker, and then fold it down to the inside and stitched into place. And my top stitching is there. I don't know if you can see that. And again, the hood is overlapped slightly at the front and then attached to the neckline of the garment. And again, I did that with the overlocker, and then I just top stitched around the neckline, giving a really neat finish. I like to do that on all my round neck tops because I just think it makes the neckband or the neck finish sit a lot more neatly, basically. So yeah, I mean, I've put a photograph of me wearing it on there. I really enjoyed making that top. It was so quick and easy and such a really relaxing item to make, and it was something that you could enjoy every single stitch. Now, as far as the sizes are concerned, the sizes are, I'll put a graphic up for you again, and the sizes are Australian sizes, and it's an Australian 4 to 24, which covers a bust measurement of 28 3/4 to 47 1/4 inches. I will say, however, that the top is very roomy, and I made myself a size 12, which fits really nicely on me. I can get a nice top underneath it, and it's nice and roomy. It's again like I showed before. I think I showed it a couple of weeks ago when I was making it. There's a dolman sleeve on that, so the sleeve is grown on to the body of the sweatshirt. So yeah, I've made that. There's also the option of buying an add-on pattern, and there's a kangaroo pocket pattern. The prices of Emporium patterns are also PDF patterns, are also very affordable. The regular patterns are £9 each. That's pounds, British pounds, which equates to probably about $10 US dollars, there or thereabouts, I think. And the add-on pocket pattern is £5, 5 British pounds only. Now, as far as fabrics are concerned, the Unwind is designed for stretch knits. So I'll just read what it says from the pattern. I need my glasses on for this, excuse me a second. Let me see. Yeah, it's just designed for stretch knit fabrics, and the sweater works in both 2-way and 4-way stretch, winter and summer. So as you can see, it's a very, very versatile garment. There are also pattern hacks that you can do with the Unwind. You can add stripes down the sleeves, stripes down the back, the front. You could colour block it very, very easily, and you can also lengthen the pattern to make a dress, which I quite fancy actually, a nice snuggly French terry hooded dress for probably next winter now. But yeah, I really fancy one of those. So the crunch questions for a pattern review. Do I like it? Absolutely. Do I love it? Absolutely. Is it comfortable? Yes, it is. Would I make it again? Without hesitation. Like I said, I'd love to make the dress version by lengthening the bodice length with the hoodie. And the hoodie version is just amazing. I absolutely love it to pieces. So yes, that's a definite yes from me. Big thumbs up there. Okay, so what do I have planned for this next week? Well, like I said, I was busy all last week with orders for my business, but I've slightly changed my working hours because I came to realise that I didn't have any time at all to make myself anything. And I make all of my clothes. I try not to buy any shop bought items at all unless it's absolutely necessary. And that's usually things like socks and underwear, although I do make myself knickers as well. I'm wearing a pair of my handmade knickers today. I'm not going to show you, don't worry. Yeah, so I've changed my working hours slightly. I'm going to work on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays and have Fridays off. That's unless we're going away in the caravan like we did last week. I like to, obviously I'm now doing my #Friday sews, which I like to record on Fridays, but if I spend all Friday morning recording and editing the video, I don't get any sewing done. So I've got to make time for myself sometime, so I'm going to do that over the weekends if I can and fit some in on a Friday as well. So longer hours Monday to Thursday in for my job, for my business, but then I have 3 days off for myself if we haven't got anything planned over the weekends. So what do I have in the pipeline for this week? Well, Pattern Emporium again released a pattern yesterday morning, which is the 16th of February, I think, in the UK. It was in the UK. It was in the morning in the UK, but I believe, I'm not sure when it was in Australia, but it would have been different times for different time zones, but it was about 8:30 in the morning yesterday. And it's the one shoulder tank, which I really fancy making for our holiday, our summer holiday that's booked in May. But I also need some more trousers because, like I said, I've got 2 pairs of jeans, that's it. I haven't yet made those jeans that I kept on about in previous videos. I haven't even cut them out. I will cut them out, but I've got another pattern in my head and I bought it along with the one shoulder tank from Pattern Emporium yesterday. I want to make the cocoa trousers. I'll put a graphic up for you so you can see because I don't have the pattern printed off yet. And I want to make them in this lovely navy linen fabric. It's already washed, it's pre-washed, it's got a sticker on to say it's washed. I washed it in the week. It's enzyme washed linen, I think it's called, that I got from Pound Fabrics. Probably last summer, to be perfectly honest. The cocoa trousers do have 3 different types of waistband, and I'm going to go for the like a yoga waistband that's made in stretch fabrics. I've got some navy cotton lycra, which I think will just be perfect for that. So I'm going to make myself some wide leg trousers for the spring, and I think, yeah, navy is going to be my base neutral colour for my spring colours. I haven't yet decided which colours I'm going to have for spring yet, but it will be navy as my base colour, and it will be pink too because I like bright pink and it goes nicely with navy. And I find that, if you can see that kind of there, navy, pink and white really are my colours. So yeah, I'm going to do a pair of those, hopefully. I'm also wearing a Rebecca Page Keeley cardigan that I made, I think it was probably in the autumn. I don't know when it was, absolutely. I can find out and let you know. But I could probably do with a few more cardigans as well. This is in cotton lycra too. And I got some cotton lycra that I bought specifically to make cardigans. I didn't have the time in the winter. So I've got some bright pink, some denim blue, plain colours, plain pink, plain denim blue. Got some plain red and some plain oatmeal as well. So hopefully I'll be making a few cardigans over the next few weeks to go with the jeans and the trousers I'm going to make, and I can just wear them over a sleeveless, a sleeveless tank. Okay, very quickly then, if you're a knitter, you'll probably be interested in this bit. If you're a sewer and you're not a knitter, just hop over to the end of the video and I'll see you there. But as far as my knitting's concerned, I did start myself a new cardigan about 2 weeks ago now. So it was just at the time I recorded my last long #Friday Sews video. I'm making the Campfire Snuggles cardigan from Gone Studio Drops. I'm making it in 2 shades of Drops Melody. There's a grey there and a light blue grey called Fog. So they're grey and Fog. And I'm knitting on these massive needles. There's 12mm. Here we go, it's all in glass stitch. I've just got up to the point where I'm going to divide now. It's knitted from the bottom up. I'm going to divide for the armholes. So that is my knitting for over the weekend. Okay, so that's all from me this week. I've been rambling on, haven't I? I hope I made some sense on the pattern review. I'm not used to doing them really because that's my first one I've done, I think. So if there's anything else you need to know, drop me a message or comment in the comment section below. Yeah, so that's it, I think. So until next week, happy sewing. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment and tell me if I missed anything out of the pattern review, because that'd be really helpful for me next time. Until next week, happy sewing. Bye bye.